There are going to be some spoilers in this review, so this is your absolute last warning. Time to leave if you don't want spoilers. If you watch this video and complain to me about spoilers, that's your fault, not mine, okay? I feel as though I've been waiting for this book my entire life. I mean, it's not technically a book, it's a play, but still. I was never ready for Harry Potter to be over. Never. I am so glad that we got the chance to have this book play thing. I was really kind of nervous when I read that this was going to be turned into a play, not a book. I've never liked reading plays. I don't like reading plays. They're made to be seen, not read. I hate Shakespeare. I mean, I like Shakespeare. I like his plays. I don't like reading it. Don't make me read it in class, please. Because I was hoping for another book, which we unfortunately didn't get. And J.K. Rowling claims that this will be the last thing she ever does. Of course, she's technically said that before. It was really good. I know a lot of people don't like it. And I know a lot of people think that it's too much like fan fiction. But the thing is, you can't make that kind of comparison in the Harry Potter fandom because of how much Harry Potter fan fiction there is. If we were to discount every single storyline that has ever had anything similar to it written in fan fiction, there would be no more writing for Harry Potter. Every possible storyline in Harry Potter has been explored at least twice, and at least one of those has gay characters in it, because that's the Harry Potter fandom for you. You also have to remember that it wasn't just written by J.K. Rowling. It was written by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. And John Tiffany and Jack Thorne aren't technically J.K. Rowling. So some of their influences are very different, I'm certain, from J.K. Rowling's writing style. Everyone has a different writing style. Their writing style is different from hers, their writing style is different from each other's, and anytime you have that many people collaborating on one thing, the end result is going to be kind of strange. Not bad. Strange isn't bad. It's not going to be the Harry Potter we're used to, because it wasn't just written by the woman we're used to doing the writing. As for the storyline itself, I thought it was really interesting. It covered a lot of things that I think fans had questions about, like, how necessary was Cedric's death? It clearly was necessary, because in any of the realities that had Cedric, it just wasn't as good. Nobody was as happy as they were. I'm sure some people were happier. But the main trio, which is unfortunately the ones we care about the most, because forget secondary characters, who cares quite so much, they weren't happy. It wasn't the Harry Potter that we know. It also addressed, is Neville Longbottom important? A lot of people feel that Neville isn't that important. Without Neville killing Nagini, Harry couldn't have defeated Voldemort. It's not one of those things that just anyone could have done it. It's not replaceable. And a lot of people still think that Neville isn't a useful character. And he is. He's a very important character. I do wish that Neville himself had been a character. It also showed us that not all Slytherins are evil. And a lot of people still think that, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. It's still seen as the bad house, even by people in the book itself. I know I had more points, I just can't remember them right now. One thing that really bothered me about it, going back to things that were important, things that needed being wrapped up, things that needed closure, was I wish that Teddy Lupin had been in it, because Teddy Lupin is a fan favorite character. He's someone everyone seems to like. He wasn't even in the movie, and he's still hugely popular. There's lots of fan fiction, fan art, speculation, cosplays. Teddy Lupin is very popular, and it wouldn't have been that hard to give him even just a short cameo, or even just mention him at all in passing. Wouldn't have been that hard. You can't convince me they couldn't put a blonde wig on somebody. I mean, blue, whatever his hair color is. His hair color could be anything. He's Teddy Lupin. I loved seeing the Trolley Witch. I personally always knew that there was something up with the Trolley Witch. I was just really happy to see that the Trolley Witch, who is in a sense not an important character, but in a sense also a very iconic character, brought to life in the way that she was. That's kind of all that I can think of to say, so for now, let's go to the elephant in the room, which is the Aubrey. And I personally, from the very get-go, from the first time that Delphi was introduced, I was like, that lady is up to something. I don't know what, but something. And she calls herself Delphi, for crying out loud. It's a reference to Greek, the Oracle of Delphi, which is one of the most important oracles to the Greeks. was possibly just a crazy woman inhaling drugs, by modern speculations, but to the Greeks she was very important. She was an oracle. It was an honor to even get anywhere near her, let alone to see her or be her or attend to her. But if there's one thing I know about J.K. Rowling, it is that if a character has a name that is pulled from history, like Remus, like Fenrir, like Sirius, it's going to mean something. And clearly Delphi means something. Maybe I just know too much about history. So as somebody who studies history, as a history major, I knew that Delphi was going to be very important just because of her name, even before she started acting like a total psycho. There was, as I said, a lot of closure. It was definitely written for the fans, and that's something some people can't accept. In a sense, J.K. Rowling wrote the first 7 books for herself, and the spin-off books, like The Cursed Child, like The Hogwarts Library, Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, all of those things, in a sense, have been fan service. And that's why they're just not quite as good as the other books. That's why if she were to write a prequel series, which she says she won't, but if she were to write a prequel series, it just wouldn't be as good because she's writing it for someone else, not for herself. When you write, you have to write for yourself. And yes, you can write for other people, but it's just never as good. So those are my very discombobulated thoughts about The Cursed Child. And I will tell you, I finished it Sunday morning. I did not stay up and read, unfortunately. I knew that that would just really mess up my sleep schedule, and school is starting back soon, and I didn't want to mess up my schedule any more than it already is. I'm trying to make it more normal, so I didn't stay up and read, but I did get up early Sunday morning, and I read it all that morning, and as soon as I finished, I just fell on the floor. That's the picture of me on the floor, in case you were wondering why I was on the floor. My mom took that after I finished the book. I just laid on the floor because it's over, in a sense, I guess. Yeah, we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which looks really good, but it's just not Harry Potter. It's Newt Salamander, who's gonna be cool, I'm sure. It looks spectacular from the footage, but it's still not Harry. And this isn't, in a sense, Harry either, but it's probably the closest we're ever going to get to having Harry Potter again. I get frustrated by the people who feel that J.K. Rowling should stop, because it's her world. It's not ours. It is for us, in a sense, but it's still her world. And if she wants to write it, don't rain on her parade, because there's those of us that do want to read it. Thank you for watching this video. I'd love to talk to you in the comments below. And yes, I feel that because this video comes with a spoiler warning, we can talk about spoilers in the comments. I'll also put that in my video comments, warning people who may not have seen it that yes, there are spoilers in the video, yes, there are spoilers in the comments. So please tell me what you thought, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you!